Hello and welcome to Breezy Chatter. Today I'm going to be talking about the bold and the beautiful. But before I do so, once again, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers. Your support is extremely appreciated. Okay, so now we know this week was a short week because of Thanksgiving, and I hope those who do celebrate had a very happy Thanksgiving. First, I'd like to start with Finn, Lee, Jack, and Steffi. Finn is still laying into his dad, and it doesn't seem like he's going to be too forgiving at this point. Jack is trying his best to plead his case. Jack is hoping that Finn and Lee can find a way to forgive him and to look past this. But Finn is highly disappointed, and at this point, it doesn't look like he's going to forgive Jack anytime soon. And Lee, she said she feels like a fool. And at this point, she can't even bring herself to look at Jack. And Jack, he's trying to convince his wife to go back to the hotel with him so that they can discuss things further. And Lee says, oh, no, you are not going back to the hotel with me. So it looks like Jack is beyond the doghouse. He is just out. He has nowhere to live. He has to find a place to stay. So Steffi, she's standing on the sidelines and she looks like she's really hurting for her husband. She's hurting for Lee, and she may be even hurting for Jack. Finn is such a guy of honor, integrity, and to know that his father, who he looked up to with such high regard, has done something as scandalous as this, it's really hard for him to forgive at this point. Now, speaking of Steffi, she is expecting her third child, so we want to send the congratulations her way. And I'd also like to thank Patsy Cline because she did mention it in the comments, and I did look it up from there. And yes, congratulations are in order for Jacqueline McGinnis Woods. So now we're going to talk about Thomas and Paris. Thomas and Paris had a nice conversation. Paris let him down gently. She told him, look, we can be friends, but I am with Zende, and that's who I'm going to be with. And Thomas, he was totally understanding about the whole situation. He just said that he couldn't let the opportunity pass without expressing how he truly felt about her. And he wanted to do so before things got really serious between her and Zende. So he also said that he was going to move out. And Paris was kind of shocked at that, but he said it's time to go. And he hasn't found a place yet, but I think he's doing the mature thing. He's interested in this woman, she's not interested in him. Why continue to stay under the same roof? He should move on. The problem that will arise between Paris and Thomas is that they've decided to keep their conversation a secret from Zende. And we all know that secrets always have a way of coming back to bite. So Zende, when he does find out, because we know it's just a matter of time, he's going to be really disappointed with Paris and Thomas. And then it also makes you wonder, okay, Thomas is moving out, but how will they be interacting with each other at the job now that Paris knows that Thomas would like to have a relationship with her? Are they going to be flirting, sort of the way Zende and Zoe were flirting while Zoe was with Carter? It's going to be interesting to see how the writers play this out and how Thomas and Paris interact with each other. Meanwhile, Jack decides he's going to pay a visit to Sheila to give her a piece of his mind and also to blame her for convincing him to tell the truth. The truth was coming out, so it was just a matter of when, and it's his scandal. So now he has to deal with that. But of course, he had to let Sheila know that this is all her fault because she's the one who encouraged him to tell the truth. And of course, Sheila wants to know if Steffi was there when he was telling his family the truth. I don't understand why Sheila is so fixated on Steffi. This situation here has nothing to do with Steffi. What Sheila needs to understand is that should Finn ever decide that he wants to forgive his father, everyone's going to let Jack back into the fold with open arms. No one's going to make him feel unwanted, or no one's going to shun him. And the same thing with Deacon. Hope, she's willing to fight for her father. She wants him in her life and her family to make her happy. they're going to concede. They're going to allow Hope to have a relationship of sorts with her father just to keep her in their lives. Sheila is the only one that is a non-negotiable. So I don't understand why she's so concerned about if Steffi was there while Jack was telling his truth. Jack still has a fighting chance. Sheila has no chance. And for that matter, Deacon also has a fighting chance. Then we have Carter and Paris. Paris is back at the office, and Carter is surprised to see her there. And of course, Paris wastes no time letting Carter know that the apartment is now hers and Thomas is moving out and she's got to manage her finances. And they did have a little talk about investments in cryptocurrency, which I found to be refreshing. So now Carter is offering Paris some financial advice and some guidance. What's going to happen between the two of them, I'm not certain, but it seems like they may be spending more time together than usual. So something could open up there as far as a love connection, but we'll have to wait and see how the writers play this out. And also, Paris didn't waste any time sharing with Carter the conversation that she had with Thomas. And I find that really funny because she told Thomas she wanted to keep this a secret. And the minute she gets back to the office, she's telling Carter. Paris did make it clear to Carter that she does not want Zende to know, but we'll see how long that lasts. If Thomas and Paris have this flirting energy going on and Carter gets a whiff of that, he may feel like it's his duty to tell Zende. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens with that. And it looks like the Thanksgiving festivities took place at Brooke's place. So that meant it was drama-free because a lot of people that we typically see at Eric's house were not there. So there was no Quinn, there was no Eric, there was no Donna, no Katie, of course, no Lee, no Jack, no Deacon, and we knew Sheila, she would never be invited. But it was a very small gathering, and Brooke and Ridge were talking about what happened with Finn and his parents. Hope was sitting there feeling sorry for herself because her father couldn't be there. So while everyone's, saying they kind of feel sad for what happened with Finn and that they did invite Lee to the festivities, but she declined, Hope is sitting there using Finn's moment to talk about herself. Hope tells Finn that she's sorry about what happened with him and his parents and that she knows how it feels to be missing a parent. Liam, he's sort of trying to explain to Hope, almost like Hope's a 5-year-old, that, it's really not a good idea for Deacon to be here. And she's like, oh, it's okay. It's fine. I understand. I know why my dad can't be here. And she looks dead at Ridge and she's giving him the stank eye. And I'm like, whoa, she's blaming Ridge. So it's Ridge's fault that Deacon can't be there. It has nothing to do with Deacon's history. It's all because Ridge doesn't want him there. So he ruined her opportunity to have her parents united under the same roof, celebrating Thanksgiving with her. Meanwhile, Sheila and Deacon are at Sheila's hotel. They have broken open the mini bar and they are having nips. And they're sitting there fantasizing and hoping and wishing and wondering what it would be like if the Forresters forgave them and they were actually invited to the Thanksgiving festivities. Of course, it was really funny to see all the people that despised Deacon and Sheila giving them smiles, greeting them, appearing happy to see them. It was funny to watch because we know that will never happen. It just won't. So dream on, Sheila, and dream on, Deacon. And that concludes my commentary. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and leave comments. Thank you for your time. Until next time, ta-ta.